finished row 8 of the upper right corner, which has 8 stitches, and I have 8 stitches here in my knitting. I've already turned, so my yarn's ready to begin the next row. So what do? I need to knit the border that goes across the top. This part right there, that's going to be the turning of the corner, and it'll stretch around the corner when we finish the top part and block it. Right now it looks like it's just going to sit on the side, but it will be the corner. So what we're going to do is, we've got 8 stitches. We're going to go back to our main chart for the border, and we're going to start knitting with that row 1 that has 8 stitches. Now is where we need to pay attention to these yellow squares, because that's where we're going to join this top border to these live stitches. So we'll be going this way with our border. We'll be knitting the border across the top, and it will mirror the border across the bottom. So let's do the first row so you can see what happens. So here you see it's just the same pattern again. Slip 1, knit 2, yarn over, and then knit the rest of the border. When we get to this yellow stitch, that's the join, where we're going to knit 2 together to join it. So watch how that works. If you've done a attached border on a shawl before, you've done this process, except on the Orenburg shawl, it's only done at the end, at the top border. It's not done all the way around. In a lot of Victorian shawls, it's done all the way around. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're going to need to knit 2 together, this last border stitch and that first shawl stitch, and we don't need this marker anymore. So take it off, and then we'll knit 2 together. And now we've joined that. See that first row there, that first column of stockinette stitch there is now joined, and in your shawl it would be the first column of that center lace panel. So now I'm going to turn. So I'm still only knitting back and forth on the border stitches, or what's shown in the repeat. I'm not knitting the main stitches except that one stitch that I join every other row. So on the reverse here, we just slip 1 and then knit across the border stitches to the outside edge. So we'll just do that. And that's all there is to this. We just follow the same border chart that we've been doing all the way along, with the points getting wider and wider, narrower and narrower, wider, wider, narrow, narrower. But every time we get at the point where the border is next to the shawl, we're going to knit 2 together, and it's going to be 1 stitch from the border, 1 to the shawl. We'll always be working that when we're knitting a row towards the main body. When we're knitting out, we never have a join. When we're knitting in towards the center, we have a join. So you're going to do that until the border reaches all the way to the other corner here, and you're going to end up with the stitches at the narrow part of the chart. So we'll do that, and then we'll look at how to do that last corner.